I've been making printables for about 10 years now. I have used many different types of design software, including Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Google Sheets, Canva, Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign. Tried plenty of them. I liked certain elements of each, but one of them was never quite right, didn't cover everything that I needed until I found Affinity Publisher. So this software came out in 2019 and it's an outright purchase. You don't have to pay an expensive subscription like you would with any of the Adobe products. It is a good mix between the ease of use of Microsoft Word, the functions of InDesign, but with a bit more of the advanced design tools that you'd see in Photoshop. So I think it's a really good mix of all of those softwares that I've tried, and this is what I'm now using going forward to make all of my printables. So I focus on making planning printables. I find them really useful for myself, and that's how I started making them, and then thought maybe other people would find them useful, and that's how I ended up with my shop and my blog all about planners. So I'll have the link down below if you're interested in my e-course where I'm going to show how to make all of these printables that you're going to see in this video. But I just wanted to give you an idea of all the things that you could make if you're deciding whether Affinity Publisher is going to be the right software for you. So I have a template file, which is the one that you see here, where I have kind of like my master templates, and then when I'm making a planner, I would create a new file, and then I can just copy templates into that new file, because say I'm making a planner that's going to last like 6 months, I'm going to need to have multiple copies of the weekly spread or the daily spreads or whatever I'm using, and I don't want that clogging up like my template file. I just want like the one master copy in here, and then I can just paste it to whatever document that I need. So I like to keep it all separate. And at the front of my template document, I have some of my favorite fonts, which are the sans serif and the cursive. I'm not going to show you those because they're like exclusive for people who are in the course, but you can see I have my list at the front. I also have a list of my favorite fonts, and I do a little preview. I don't know if you've ever heard the phrase, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog, because that uses all letters of the alphabet. I will use the font, change the font style to that same phrase, and then I can see how the letters are going to look, and that really helps when I'm choosing fonts as well. And just some other resources I have at the front here, as you can see, which I can then just copy and paste whenever I need them. So I kind of arrange it similar order to what you would see in a traditional planner, and it helps me find things easier when I'm actually using these templates for designing. So at the front I have an index page, then I have some habit trackers, and generally I don't use many like design graphics with my printables, but occasionally I will use a few, like this cute little flag banner, and you can easily incorporate those into your designs. And we can see colorful versus very neutral. So there's plenty of different ways that you can tweak your design. It won't end up looking same, which I found was a real problem when I used Microsoft Word. There wasn't many ways that I could change the design. It would usually look very similar, and it was a bit limiting in that way. You can also see that in Affinity Publisher you can have a 2-page spread, and I have a mixture of portrait and landscape orientation pages in this document, and it's very easy to do that. I also have page numbers on everything and my copyright, and I'll show you in the course, if you're interested in enrolling, how to automatically apply that to every page so you don't have to keep manually adding it all the time. So you can see I've got my monthly calendars, then we go into some of the weekly in a moment. You can do patterns, and one thing in Affinity, it will just show an overlap here, but when you print any design in Affinity, it will just show what was in your print area. So if you're using 12 by 12 inch digital paper, or you're using A4 or US letter, it doesn't matter. You can use any size digital paper, and it will work. If you wanted to add pattern backgrounds like this, you can see you can do undated and dated printables. We're going into the weeklies, do portrait. Still got some more monthlies here. You can see there's plenty of different design styles that you can do. Love this rainbow one in particular. You can do shaded boxes. There's quite an extensive color tools menu in this software as well. Got vertical, 2-page. You can add a colored strip so you can find your printables easier. And you can see that as you've got your design in front of you here, you've also got a preview of the other pages in your document, and you can always just collapse that menu if you don't want it to be as big, and you can zoom in and out. It has a layers menu similar to what you would be familiar with if you used Photoshop. You can change text and line spacing and all that kind of stuff, so it is quite powerful in what it can do. If you've used Adobe Indesign, you're probably going to see some similarities. I never really liked InDesign. I found it quite clunky. But the version that I did trial it on was CS6, which now is quite an old version, so maybe they've improved it since then. But either way, it's a subscription. I really just wanted something that was outright purchase, so it wouldn't cost so much. So I'm quite happy with Affinity Publisher and the capabilities that it can do. So you can see some weeklies. You can do a portrait monthly. Got some bills, checklist, an annual summary. You can easily change the colors, so I just copied this design to the right page, change the colors. You've got a whole new printable. You can do some graph paper, some recipe pages, some dividers for each month, Cornell notes, daily, lined, with different thicknesses for the lines. You can do a photo calendar if you want to put this on your fridge or your wall. You can change the font sizes so you can fit text in the box or just have it as like decorative only. You can add patterns in elements of your design, not the whole background like you saw earlier if you don't want that style. And you can also do all these covers in all different patterns. Did one of my dog for her pet info. Daily. You can do annual overviews, quarterly planning, monthly planning. You can see the two different styles. You can add flag banners like this or do some circle elements. Tons of different options, some checklists. You can do different widths for the checklist as well. That formatting's gone a bit wonky, but you can copy a template that you've made at full page size like this, and you can shrink it down and add it to like the sidebar of your monthly calendar. So it's very easy in Affinity Publisher to just recycle what you've already made and resize it and then add it somewhere else. So you could use the same sidebar template on a weekly spread, a monthly spread, onto a notes page, whatever you want to do. You can easily copy and paste elements in between and resize quite quickly. Got some recipe pages with pattern backgrounds, various different types of to-do lists with all different banners. You can add icons, pattern backgrounds, borders, flag banners, tons of different options. Love this rainbow color here. You can set your pages up so that it will pre-show text in a certain font style, which I'll show you how to do, and then you can just change the wording up the top to suit whatever you're making, but it'll have the same placement on every single page. You can do some monograms. You can do a whole recipe binder. So there's plenty of different things that you can make in Affinity Publisher. So I hope this gave you a good overview of some of the things you can expect to make in the course. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments box down below, and I will be doing some more introductory tutorials on how to use Affinity Publisher, like how to use the color tools, how to use the fonts, those kind of introductory tools so you can decide if the software is going to be a good fit for you or not. So I hope you found this quick video helpful.